Hey everyone, I'm Catherine with the Funded Sports Trader. I have Akash here with us today. We're going to be interviewing him on his experience with our platform. First, before we get into that, are you new to betting? How did you get into betting? What's your favorite sport or event to bet on?
I've definitely always loved sports. College football is definitely my favorite. College basketball. I was raised in Columbia, South Carolina, so we are diehard Gamecocks over here. I haven't missed a home game football wise since I was 6, and I'm 27 now. So definitely big on college football, college basketball. As far as sports betting, I mean, probably 9 years, 8 years. Like everyone's had a bookie, right?
Before it was legal. Is it legal in North Carolina? I'm in New York, so it's legal here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good answer. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, your shirt. Your shirt is from North Carolina, right?
South Carolina.
Oh, that's South Carolina. Oh, okay. But you're from North Carolina, you just said.
I'm from South Carolina.
South Carolina. Wow.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. That's the Tar Heels of North Carolina. We're not
Tar
big fans,
Heels. Yes,
but
yes, yes.
they
Sorry.
suck, so it's
Gamecocks,
okay.
South Carolina. Um, so what was the reason that you picked our platform to try the challenges first in order to do something like this where you potentially could get funded to trade?
So to be honest with you, I've been involved in the prop firm industry for several years in terms of just day trading, indices, futures, things like that. And that being said, obviously, I've always had quite a thing for sports betting, and just seeing the two ideas married. Like I honestly didn't even think twice. I pulled my credit card out when I saw it.
Yeah. What would you do, I guess, differently, or how do you typically prepare and wait, maybe would you change that now after using our platform, if at all?
Um, Honestly, I've been really enjoying using the platform. I just picked up another challenge not too long ago.
Oh, awesome.
Using a bookie or using like DraftKings, things like that. Like, obviously, people are gonna be a little bit more turned on to that just because it feels more normal and it feels more familiar. But anyone that has any idea about the prop funding space as far as trading and then comes across something like this, they tell you they're an idiot for using your own money to sports bet. Like it makes no sense whatsoever if there's a funding company like this where you can get these kinds of accounts.
Yeah. So since you are using the platform again, you picked up another challenge, what do you think you may do differently this time? Do you think you'll put a little bit more prep into it, or like what do you think you may do differently so that you can get to the part where you are funded?
Yeah, no, to be very honest with you, my first challenge, I got funded and I failed, but I don't know, the Gamecocks basketball this season has been really awesome. I have just been, having fun. I was kind of getting used to the platform, and I was just YOLOing on Gamecock money lines, to be very honest with you. So I had a feeling it was coming.
Yeah.
But no, like for example, I'm actually taking it serious this time, like just kind of getting through everything, like getting to that funded stage, and especially seeing now like how far you guys have come since beta, seeing some of these payouts. I mean, I'm honestly just surprised the company hasn't grown faster.
That's nice of you to say, and that's awesome that you um are willing to see what you've done, like you're accepting the fact that you were YOLOing the
We
bets.
are degen sometimes.
Yeah. And you're making passion bets probably too a little bit, being that that's your team, but that's great that you're gonna pivot a little bit and hopefully you will then get a payout this time. Um, do you have any advice? Obviously, we want to always say that betting, people need to be smart. We don't want anyone betting and they're being irresponsible and stuff like that. So is there anything that being that you said you've been betting now for a little bit, any advice you would give to anyone getting into sports betting?
Yeah, so I mean, definitely risk management, bankroll management, having a defined unit size, like these are very, very, very important things. More often than not, you're gonna want to have some standard in terms of like odds, like for example, if you're the kind of guy that frequently takes minus 600 and minus 500 bets, for example, you're not going to spend the same weekend, for example, trying to take some plus 700 money line that's never going to happen. I mean, stay within your rules, stay within, your own preset risk parameters. And I understand that people don't quite look at it the same as day trading, but in my opinion, for success in this, success in trading, risk management is more important than anything. I mean, at the end of the day, we all have Twitter, we all have Instagram, we've all seen somebody hit an insane bet, and you're just sitting there like, dude, you gotta be joking. The reality is, those guys that win those crazy bets, they're gonna give it all back to the casino one day, and you don't want to be those guys. You want to be consistent. So my
Yeah, for
advice
sure.
would be pick an amount of money and decide where your risk is. Are you the kind of guy that takes one bet a week? Are you the kind of guy that takes 10 bets a week? Are you the even minus 102, minus 105 better? Or are you that, minus five, 600, 10 bet a week guy? Just decide who you are, kind of make your personality and, really live it because it's super, super easy to break your risk strategy, especially once you've been winning a lot or losing a lot.
Yeah. So it sounds like you have, your mindset is having some discipline. How does discipline play in the success of, a sports bettor? Or how do you keep yourself disciplined? You talked about that's what other people should do. How do you keep yourself disciplined?
It really comes down to, I guess, as lame as it might sound, like, don't care so much. I mean, accept the outcome of every single event as you had odds. You're playing a zero-sum game. Gambling is gambling. We can make it sound as glamorous as we can, but staying disciplined realistically just comes down to your personality. I mean, within your actual trading day or sports betting day, like there's nothing that's gonna make you more or less disciplined. It's kind of about like who you are, like on a day-to-day basis. Like, do you make your bed every day? Like, do you? I don't know. Like, I'm not saying like a some IG influencer like get like a cold plunge at 3 in the morning every day or something like that. But I mean, do you do what you tell yourself you're gonna do, and do you follow rules that you set for yourself every day in life, whether that be, I don't know, don't eat 60 McNuggets every day or like go to the gym every day. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of comes down to just keeping promises to yourself, and it develops into things like this and trading and other ways where you need to manage risk in life.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I think what you said too about accepting the outcome. Like I think that's when I bet sometimes and sometimes I'm like, oh well I lost this, but I can keep going and then make like sometimes you just gotta step away and be like, this was my loss today and that's it. And tomorrow's a new day and that's, just how it's gonna be instead of trying to make up for it or something like that. Lastly, my last question is we're in this huge technology era now. Do you believe that the rise of technology and data analytics has changed the way successful sports bettors approach their craft? Especially, it was just a bookie world, and now
Mhm.
it's become legal in a bunch of states, and now you have a platform like ours. Um, what do you think of that?
I think 1,000,000%. I think also like there's this like sinister mentality in sports as well these days that so much stuff is fixed per se. And there is a
Script.
reality that fixing or no fixing, data doesn't tend to lie. Like for example, like what was it? Since the All-Star game, like some like I think like all but like two or three NBA unders just hit since the All-Star game. Like insane. Like some like $100 risk to make like almost like 100K if that was a unit size. But anyhow, like that being said, there's analytics, there's trends that can be followed, and the storage of data, I think, is one of the biggest things, and the accessibility of it. Like, we never used to have AI tools, we never used to have GPT and stuff. And mind you, my day job, I'm a data analyst. That actually is a funny question you'd ask me. My entire job is based around making calculated decisions for information that I have in front of me. I do it in healthcare. However, data is universal. Data tends to tell a better story than people do. So
Yeah.
that being said, having the ability to go look up, X player's stats for X number of games or when they play on the road or something like that versus Tucker at the bar is like, yeah, man, I'm riding the Cavs tonight. Like it's a little bit different than it used to be.
Yeah. No, for sure. That's all I have for you in regards to questions. If there's anything you want to add, please let me know. Anything you think that, future bettors or current bettors should know, especially about the platform, the ease of it, since you've come back so clearly you like it. Anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, the interface on the website itself, it's been upgraded since beta. It looks really awesome. In terms of like customer support, I don't think that I've even had to wait more than like 15 minutes to get a response to any question I've ever had. I mean, very, very good on that in customer support. The UX is definitely developing. I can see some changes you guys have made, and it's starting to look really awesome. But otherwise, thank you guys for having me, and more importantly, like, thank you guys for doing what you're doing. It's really awesome, and I'm glad I can participate in it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Akash. That's all I have for you, and best of luck on the platform again. I hope you definitely get a payout this time and to grow from there. Thank you.